Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another video from T.W White Sons Mazda. Okay, here we have today a Mazda CX-3. This is the 2-litre Sport Nav Plus model. Now, the Plus model was like a revision they made on the original car, and I'll go through those details. I'll go through it in more details when we get in the car. Now, I just want to give you a little tour around the vehicle, and hopefully you can see the condition of this car is absolutely beautiful. I always like to give a little bit of background on the car. This was taken in part exchange at one of our other sites, our Bookham site, which is in Surrey. We're over here in Orpington. Obviously, we share the same stock. And they needed to get a car off me, so they sent this one over. But they took this in part exchange, and it's absolutely delightful. Hopefully, you can see the wheels are all unmarked. The paintwork's unmarked. It's just a very, very lovely car. I can't actually see any imperfections. Obviously, it is a used vehicle and it's done about 16,000 miles. I'll get the exact mileage when we get in the car. So there's bound to be something. Okay. So hopefully you can get a good idea. Right, now, remember I was saying about the Plus model. Now, the Plus model got, as standard, front parking sensors as well as rear. So the earlier cars only had rear and a rear camera. So this has rear parking sensors, it has a rear camera, and it has front sensors. I think they should have always had front sensors on these, something that a lot of customers did ask for. Now, you've got a boot. Now, the boot's, it's a good size. I mean, it's not a huge size, but it's good, it's practical. I have a 2-year-old. I can get his bits and pieces in one of these. You've got the Bose Stereo on the Sport. You've got this cavity floor here, so some extra room, and the seats fold down 60/40. So that speaker there, you can also put a spare wheel in there if that's what you need. That's one of your needs. But that's one of the Bose speakers, because this has a Bose premium sound system made for this vehicle, and that adds extra sound quality, a bit extra bass, I think. Now, in the back here, these seats are, well, they look, it's a dangerous thing saying, look, you know, unused, but they are in excellent condition. And you've got ISOFIX anchorages for the rear seats there, so ideal for a young family. You've got this and the all-important cup holders or mobile phone holders. Keyless entry, so you're able to unlock the car without actually getting the key out. So there you go. Hopefully you can see the condition of this car is absolutely beautiful. And also, being the Plus model, you've got the centre armrest, okay, which is standard. You've got the electric handbrake, which gives a much nicer finish to the centre console, and it all just looks a little bit better inside. So if you're looking at these cars around 68 18 plate, just make sure you're comparing apples for apples, because this is the later facelifted car. The wheels are ever so slightly different as well. So yeah, make sure you are comparing the same cars, because this is like on the cusp for when they changed. All good here. Privacy glass in the back, which is really good for, you know, prying eyes, or if you've got animals or kids or anyone in the back, it does protect against those UV rays. Your electric windows mirrors here, auto folding wing mirrors, so they will fold in and out when you lock the car. You've got a height adjustable driver's seat and passenger seat, and I believe that was one of the revisions on the later cars. So I'm just going to hop myself in. Sorry, there's a lot of glare today. It's a glorious day. Now, that panel there has got your iStop. So this car's got intelligent engine stop start, lane departure warning, traction control. You can turn the parking sensors on and off there, and you've got tyre pressure monitoring system, which lets you know if one of your tyre pressures has dropped 4 psi or more, which is excellent, because a lot of times you only check your tyre pressures when they look flat, and 4 psi won't make a tyre look flat, but it will affect your braking, your fuel economy, cornering, etc. Okay, now I'm going to start the car up because it's very hot. and I want to show you how everything works. So you've got 2 keys to the car. Put the clutch down. This lights up green. Press the button. Car fires into life. You get that. Oh, sorry about that. I'll get the air conditioning on. Not too high, so you won't be able to hear me. And your heads-up display also pops up. Now that there, it does. You can adjust it, not by hand manually, but through this system here, and that will display your speed, traffic signs, speed limits, basic sat-nav function. So a really useful thing. That will be standard on cars in a few years. It will be compulsory because it's much safer to look ahead than to look down at the information. Okay, you got automatic wipers, automatic lights. They're fantastic, the lights. I believe they're LED. You've got up down on the steering column. Okay, you've got cruise control, volume control here, info button. Now look at this. This is interesting. This car has averaged 47.2 mpg. That's fantastic, and that's at 28 miles per hour average. So that's not at just motorway or anything like that. That's probably 28 mph as a average speed. I would say is you're probably you're sort of mixed driving, a bit of everything. So 47. Where's that again? 47.2 mpg. Absolutely fantastic. There's the mileage there, 16,036 miles. Okay, and also I did check, this car's got a very it's got service history full. It was last serviced in January. Okay, so it's a good, well looked after car, and I don't know if I mentioned, it did originate from one of the garages, Hendy Garage on the south coast, one of our competitors. So quite happy that we've got this car. You've got climate control, you've got heated seats, 3-stage, you've got a heated steering wheel. Okay, climate control, which I've mentioned, CD player, 12-volt socket there. You've got USBs for reading data, so like music, and also for charging. And you've got the SD card that reads the information for your sat nav. Okay, so this system here is touchscreen, but I would suggest you get to learn how to use this with your left hand, which is dead easy. 2 reasons: A, it's safer, and B, the touchscreen is disabled once the car starts moving. And also, actually, a 3rd reason, you don't want to get your fingerprints all over this screen. Okay, so here we go. Applications, things like your fuel economy monitor, bits and pieces like that. We've touched on that. See, at the moment it says iStop's not ready, so that's the intelligent engine stop start. Yeah, not ready. And that's probably because I've had the air conditioning on, so the engine's under load with the air conditioning. Battery's probably not fully charged as a result of this, so it's at its not ready status. When everything is good and running at its optimum, that will go to ready. And when you take the car out of gear in traffic, foot on the brake, and also I believe you have to have your seatbelt on as well for this to work, the car will switch itself off. I'm going to put that air conditioning back on now before I roast. Right, here we go. So that's that there. Now to more interesting things. You've got your radio, FM, AM, DAB, AHA, Stitcher, our internet channels, Bluetooth. Obviously, once you've paired your phone up, the car, you can read all the info, all the music off your phone, whether you're streaming it from your phone or it's actually stored on your phone. And then you've got the USBs there. Okay. Communication. So once the phone's paired up, you've got your call lists, phone book, etc. If you've got an Android phone, it will also read your text messages. You've got your sat nav, which is a very comprehensive sat nav. You can search by town, road, etc. But you can just put the postcode in, which is probably the easiest, certainly in the UK, and off you go. Whilst you're travelling along, you can also search places of interest. I'm always in need of a fuel station. Whenever I pick cars up with work, they normally don't have much fuel in, and then you can look at, for example, we have a BP fuel card, so we'd be looking at the BP. It'll tell you what direction they're in and the distance. You can set up a wireless hotspot from your phone, so your car's connected to the internet, and so if you did this function, you'd also get the prices off the fuel will come up there as well. Okay, and you'll get live traffic updates as well if you do that. Right, I did forget to mention, actually, on the applications, You can actually upgrade this system for about £350 and you get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So then you can use the apps. I know they're a bit restricted because it's for driving, but you can get your apps on this system here. So, you know, Spotify, WhatsApp, etc, etc, so it'll like mirror your phone, which is really good. I've used that in the past. I thought it was very useful. And then you've got your settings page here, so you can change the height of this. There you go. I don't know if you can see that now. It's not flashing in real life. It's probably my camera. Okay. You got display on, off, safety, lane departure warning. So if the car veers out of lane without you indicating, it will warn you by a bleep or a rumble or both, whatever you set it to, just to say careful, pay attention. Okay. Sound settings. You've got the Bose premium sound system. Look, Bose. So you can change all the settings there. Okay. Clock, you can change it so it's GPS synced. It is GPS synced, so you never have to relearn the process to set your clocks for summertime, etc. Vehicle settings, lighting settings, door lock. For example, you can set it. It is set, in fact. So when you walk away from the car with the keys, once you step away from the car will lock itself, which I think is very, very useful. Of course, it won't lock your keys in your car because you have to have the keys on you when you walk away. And then you've got other convenient settings like lighting. You can adaptive front lights, which it's got, that's on, which is fantastic. So it will sort of turn as you turn. Fantastic lights. Coming home lights. So, you know, when you lock the car, the lights will stay on for 30 seconds so you get to your front door. Same when you're leaving home. So really useful stuff. Okay. Now, the video's getting on a bit and you're probably all yawning and getting bored of my video. I just want to say, if there's anything that I've missed or you'd like me to take more specific video or photos, please don't hesitate to ask. Part exchange is extremely welcome, and if you look on our website, you can see we often sell non-Mazda, Suzuki cars, which we generate from part exchange, so we cherry pick all the good cars. So don't think, oh, you know, I might not get the best money or whatnot, but because we have the facility to retail them, you may be surprised. We have finance facilities to suit all. These work very well with a PCP. Please inquire, and we can run you through some figures. And the car will come with a 12-month warranty, 12 months roadside assistance, and MOT insurance for a year. One other thing before I go, please inquire any time of day. We appreciate that people are often searching for cars outside normal business hours. Therefore, you might, you know, want to inquire outside normal business hours. So, you know, give us a call, leave us a message, or better still, send us an email or live chat, and we'll come back to you as quickly as possible, quite often that evening. But yes, so thank you very much for watching our video, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you. Bye-bye.